Hi, this is Thomas from Believe in the Run, and I don't change clothes ever when I do between two shoes because we're just rolling with the laundry bag here. How about you, Meg?
Yeah, I was going to change and I haven't, so here we are.
And if this one's the first one you're watching, then don't worry about it. This is a brand new shirt.
Okay, today we are doing between two shoes. We are talking about the Asics Superblast 3 and the Adidas Hyperboost Edge.
And this one gets weird because if you've read our reviews, the Superblast 3 got an S tier rating on it. And we've had more time in both shoes. So let's see if it maintains that step above, because I think this one only had an A because there was a little issue with the collar that seems to have been fixed.
Yes, magic.
Magic.
All right, so let's talk about some of the similarities here. These are both $200-ish shoes. Superblast is slightly more at $210, Hyperboost at $200 flat. And essentially these are max stack shoes that you can do
Everything.
lot with. Yeah.
Like, that's the greatest thing about both these shoes is they're great for slow miles, they're great for picking it up. If I was gonna tell someone just get one shoe and forget about it, one of these would do it.
Yeah. So while they do have similar stacks, the midsole formulations are different. So talk to us about the Hyperboost Edge.
Okay, so this has got Hyperboost Pro, which is their new foam. It looks familiar. It looks like Boost foam. It's that pelletized, supercritical foam that comes up here, and this stuff is delightful, and you can't kill it. I've got pairs of these with tons of miles on it already, and it still maintains that nice bounce, cushiony feel. And it's one thing that I think Adidas is nailing right now. You look at the Evo SL and it just has the Light Strike Pro foam in it, just one slab. You don't need any plates or dual density foams. It's pretty much just a slab of foam. And again, this one, same deal. It's just a chunk of really great lightweight Hyperboost Pro that just feels amazing underfoot.
Yeah, so Asics went another route with the dual density foams here. So you get FF Leap right beneath the foot, and that is the same foam that is in the Asics Metaspeed Ray. So it's that very soft, very bouncy, responsive foam. And then beneath that you have FF Blast Plus Eco, which is an EVA-based foam. So it's a little bit firmer and gives you a little bit more stability.
All right. So the upper on the Asics definitely wins here as far as fit and feel. There was a couple issues with this one. I have to say though, with the modification of kind of softening the collar around here, I haven't had any issues since then. And the upper feels good, but it's not quite as breathable, and it's not as easy to dial in the fit as it is on the Superblast.
Yeah, the Adidas shoe feels like it has a very substantial upper, but once your foot is in and locked down, it's not moving. So yeah. I do think it is a solid upper. It's just maybe not quite as traditional as we're used to, whereas this Asics upper feels very much like your daily trainer. It's quite breathable and pretty basic.
All right, and let's get down to the difference in the ride. This one feels a little firmer, but it has a little more bounce. Getting over here to the Superblast, you get a really nice squish and a really nice rebound. So if you want a softer ride with a little more bounce, I think the Superblast gives you that. And it's funny because some people think that it feels almost like it has a plate in it because it's so stiff, but it really doesn't. It's just the FF Leap, and then you have the firmer EVA at the bottom, which kind of creates a steady platform. But I have seen some people in videos that are really compressing the FF Leap, and that looks like it could become problematic. But overall for me, and probably for you, at our size, we're not really doing that much, compression on it, and the shoes ride is light, fast, and fun.
Yeah, so there is about an ounce difference in weight between the two shoes. My women's 7.5 was, I think, 7 ounces for the Superblast and 7.9 for the Hyperboost Edge. But it's not a weight that you feel the difference of out when you're running. And I found I really enjoyed the Superblast for those long, easy runs because of that comfort factor, and you have this really nice soft FF Leap right beneath the foot. But I did find that the Hyperboost Edge, I was running a bit quicker than I anticipated. So I just think you get a little bit more bounce, a little bit more return from that foam.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This one really becomes a great cruiser, where I feel like this one kind of, you can really dial it up.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, wearing casually, which one do you like? Like if you were gonna have to wear it all day.
I mean.
Which, all right, that might be a prelude. Anyway, I think overall, the shoe kind of hits everything.
Yeah.
It's weird because on paper, everything about this works. I went to a size 10 in this, so it's even lighter in my size down. So Asics, I've decided that for non-race day shoes, I'm going down to a size 10. Adidas, I'm sticking with my 10.5, seems to fit fine. But here's what happened. After we reviewed the Superblast 3, which I thought phenomenal, we ran in London, I was like, oh, this is amazing. We get back and we get the Hyperboost. As a matter of fact, same trip, I went from London to Germany, ended up getting the Hyperboost. I remember trying this on. I was with Carl, and they have big cement floor in the Laces building. And I put this on, I was like, whoa, this is special. This has a nice sensation that I hadn't really felt. And I gave it a knock in the original reviews for that fit. Although, I keep reaching for this Hyperboost Edge over any other shoe this year. If I have like time down between reviewing shoes, I'm like, what do I want to run in? I've just picked this guy.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is one of the more challenging between two shoes I think we've ever done, because both of these shoes are two of my favorites overall this year that we've tested. And I just think it comes down to sort of like use case and preference, which is sort of true for all shoes. But I immediately in the review gravitated towards the Superblast, but over time, kind of like Thomas was saying, the Hyperboost Edge has been what I will reach for when I do have time when I'm not reviewing a shoe. So it's hard to choose one in this case, but if we had to.
I think that for me, the proof is in the pudding. Is that something people say anymore? I don't know. My grandmother taught me that one, and she was like born in 1800. So anyway, Meg, it comes down to the fact that I continually pull this shoe out and I continually want to wear it. And when I'm looking at my shoe choices in between reviews and stuff, I'm just pulling this shoe out. And it's one of those shoes, even when I'm out on the run, I'm like, I could go a little further. I ended up in Boston, ended up running with Patrick, who is from Adidas, and I was like, I'm just cruising, this is fine. We ended up going for like an 8-mile run when we were just doing a 3-mile shakeout, just because the shoe felt great and kept going. And that's the beauty of this shoe. It just feels like it can gobble up those miles and at a quicker pace.
Yeah. So moral of the story is you can't really go wrong here. Two excellent choices around the $200 mark, super trainers that will last a long time. If you prefer a little firmer, bouncier ride, I'm saying go Hyperboost Edge. If you like a little softer cruiser, I think go Superblast 3. If I had to pick one right now, I think I'd go Hyperboost Edge.
Yeah, so that's 2 for edging out the Superblast. Even though we love that shoe, it just, for me, I don't know. And the colors, you were getting some cool colors, like you're wearing the pink right there.
It's hard to beat this.
The silver one, and I know it's a little different looking than your traditional running shoe, but once you run it and you feel it, it starts looking pretty to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Meg, that wraps up another Between Two shoes.
Or the
Maybe
first
we'll
one.
change our shirts. Maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned for the next one if you want to see if we're still wearing these shirts. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Check out believeintherun.com, and then you can sign up for our weekly email. We've got tons of podcasts that you can see over at BITR Networks here on YouTube or on Instagram. Also, check out the Dirt Division on Instagram, which is our trail running channel, and you can see all the dirty stuff.
Okay.